Well, howdy, partner. Welcome to today's episode of Young Man Talks to a Sock and attempts to teach the world about the art of effortless power. I am your host, Byron Bay White Boy, and today we're covering the 14 principles of body alignment, and it's very cool. I'm going to be referencing directly from the book because I finally have this motherfucker. And I'm going to teach you basically how to achieve a state of Zen, which essentially gives you, achieve is a funny word to use. It essentially gives you complete control over your access to the present moment. It's like a portal directly to the present moment at any time. I'm bringing more awareness to this because I think that's what Peter Ralston, who's the author, would want. And I really honestly think that that's what consciousness itself wants. And man, if I ain't about bringing consciousness to the world, then ain't nothing else. So, yes. So if the wind is kind to me, I will eventually get to reading about the 14 points on structural alignment. I think what we'll do is we'll do the actual reading from the book, and then we will do a beautiful little exercise attempting to describe, I will describe to you how these things work, what they look like, and why they're useful. So, yes, we'll start with the book and we'll go into our own personal stuff about it, which you should take with a grain of salt. If you want to get the direct information, I highly suggest you get the book yourself or listen to the audiobook. It's called Zen Body Being on Spotify and Audible and pretty much anything. Or just get the hard copy and read it for yourself, because the information in this book will help you for the rest of your life and you will keep on coming back to it. If you're a movement practitioner of any kind, which if you're not, I highly recommend that you take something up. This book, this practice will turn you into the ultimate protagonist of your life. People will look at you and be like, wow, the way they move is, I've never seen someone move like that. Or they will be in awe at the way that you can move. It's happened to me with dancing. It's happened to me mostly with dancing, actually. And I guess parkour as well. It's happened to me a few times in subtle ways, but dancing is like the least subtle way, I would say. But it helps with everything. Anyway, 14 points on structural alignment. The following basic points on body structure are conceived from the viewpoint of a body standing, moving, and performing a task. For various body activities other than standing or upright movement, or performing specialized operations, these rules might have to be adapted, but the principles on which they are founded remain the same. In most cases, translation will be obvious. When sitting, the grounding doesn't occur through the feet, but through the seat. When lying down, the weight will not be shifted from foot to foot, but most likely from side to side, or back and forth. But for most human activity, these points apply quite well just as they are outlined here. It's true. There are 14 rules that are indispensable for aligning the body structure to be more effortless and effective. Each point may cover a good deal more than the simple phrase I'll use to make it. Afterward, I'll describe each more in detail. But I don't want to overload you with too much information, and neither do I. Initially, I want to provide you with a relatively easy way to remember and study these points, so you will review them often. In brief, these rules are: standing. 1. Feel your whole body. 2. Stand on your own 2 feet. 3. Step evenly onto your whole foot. 4. Keep the knees pointing with the toes and pressing into the foot. 5. Keep the pelvis between the feet and the spine balanced above the pelvis. Sorry, just checking. Yeah, okay, the stream's good. 6. Remain spatially aware. 7. Breathe into the belly. When moving faster, breathe faster. Moving. Moving. 8. Be mindful when shifting your weight from one foot to the other. 9. Allow every joint to operate freely and without inhibition. 10. Coordinate the body and all its parts to act as one whole directed from the center. It's a very important one. They're all important. Functioning. 11. When reaching up or out, sink down. 12. Don't let a single joint become the focal point of strain. 13. For power, find the ground and use the whole body. 14. Align the body structure so that all pressure is channeled down to the feet or other ground contact. Right? Seems very simple, and some of them might even seem obvious, but we'll go into a little bit more detail. And if something seems really obvious to you, I want you to follow that, and I want you to ask about it in the comments, because it will help me guide the direction of this stream so that everyone can kind of understand as we move along. Because, as much as this is my stream for me, it's also for whoever's watching to give me feedback on, so that I can reach more people and engage more people. Because the more people we bring this to, the better. Anyway, clearly these points overlap the categories. So the categories were standing, moving, and functioning, by the way. So standing was 1 to 7, standing was 1 to 7, moving was 8 to 10, functioning was 11 to 14. Clearly these points overlap the categories. They are placed into the 3 categories of standing, moving, and functioning to help simplify the matter and to give focus. Remember, they are inclusive. The rules outlined in standing still hold true in moving, and points for both standing and moving remain necessary for functioning. Being aware of structural alignments. Standing. 1. Feel your whole body. As we've already discussed, earlier in the book, okay, so I haven't actually been going from the book. Maybe I should do it like a page by page thing where I read a page and we fucking talk about it. That might be a fun little way, and probably an easier way for me to do it than having to like journal about it and shit. Why not? I'll probably start doing that from now on. We'll see how we go. There's 1,000 days and there's only 178 pages. So, it might be good to do that actually. And some points in the book are worth a whole video on their own because they're just so deep. The book goes so fucking deep. One point could be so fucking deep. Anyway, as we've already discussed earlier in the book, feeling is the only way we can do anything with the body. That's obvious. Well, it seems obvious, but, really think about it. Feeling is the only way that we can do anything in the body. Simply feeling the body as a whole, every part, will go a long way toward naturally adjusting and aligning it to be more at ease and more effective. Also, my posture right now ain't aligned, okay? Let's realign ourselves and let's embody what we're talking about here. Wind, fuck off. Or work with me, okay? I'm manifesting that the wind works with me while I read this. And in general. Simply feeling the body as a whole, every part, will go a long way toward naturally adjusting and aligning it to be more at ease and more effective. After all, each part of the body is designed to be used in a particular way, and it has a specific role and relationship to all the other parts. Feeling the whole body provides an immediate awareness of the relationship between every part of the body, as well as the state, condition, or position of each part from moment to moment. This provides a non-thinking sense that helps you align the body to what is the most comfortable and at ease, which is often also what is most effective. There is caveats to that, but the foundation from which those caveats stem from is still this. For example, powerlifting. I've tried to do effortless power with powerlifting, and I do to a certain extent, but obviously you have to have a certain amount of pressure output for things to move. But the alignment aspect makes things much easier, which is like just good technique, really. Which is also often what is most effective. This happens naturally just by feeling the whole body. Feeling the body also results naturally in relaxing it. As you feel the body, it becomes clear that the most at ease and natural condition for it is a state of relaxation. I think you've kind of got to know a little bit more about the earlier parts of the book. So yeah, I mean, listen to it. You don't have to go that far into the book to understand that point, but yes. Natural condition for its state is relaxation. We always want to get back to a point of relaxation as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Yes, it's true. It's true. I can't think of a time where you don't want to get back to a state of relaxation as soon as possible. Any tension felt... Oh yeah. As you feel the body, it becomes clear that the most at ease and natural condition for it is a state of relaxation. Any tension felt will begin to let go, especially if you can feel how and where you are creating this tension. For most of us, this relaxing usually takes an act of will, our remembering to relax, since we've trained ourselves for so long in unconscious brain activities that create tension. But when we feel the body, we are likely to remember to relax. The more we do it, the more relaxed we become. Distressed or painful areas of the body will also be empowered to heal, simply through our feeling them, and being presently aware of them. Healing may not happen immediately, of course, but including painful areas in your whole body sense will make a significant difference in your ability to properly align and unify your body. Mr. Fraser incorporating those sore ass knees. I think it's your knee or knees. And same goes for anyone else. We tend to exclude uncomfortable areas, which means we don't account for them in relation to the whole, disrupting balance, unity, and movement. Merely feeling and including everything will tend to correct this problem. Unless we can feel the whole body, we can't align it properly to the task at hand. We won't know what our shape is or where our balance is. We won't be fully aware of strains on this part or that, or how whatever process we are engaged in is progressing or getting off purpose. There is really nothing we can do with the body that isn't done better by feeling the whole thing. Can't fucking deny that. And that's including with talking. That's including with literally any activity that you may find yourself doing. I've noticed it because, naturally, since my big fucking acid death that happened to me when I was 19, it's like my autism amplified. It's like ever since I considered the existential situation that we're in when I was 19, long story by the way, I'll probably talk about it at a different time. Ever since then, I have fluctuated between being an awkward fuck and being super duper on the ball. And the times where I'm on the ball is when I fucking follow this book, or I guess apply this book, I should say. And feeling the whole body is the first part of you recognizing what you've got to do to bring yourself out of a state of awkwardness. So if you're an awkward freak, like how I used to be and how if I don't practice this, become, then please listen along. You will find so much fucking treasure in this. And if you're just generally a nervous person, this will help you get over it too, because you can't be nervous if you know that you're the most powerful that you can be. Anyway. Unless we can feel the whole body, we can't align it properly to the task at hand. We don't know what our shape is or where our balance is. We won't be fully aware of strains on this part or that, or whatever I already read that. I emphasize feeling awareness and feeling your whole body throughout the book because it is the starting point for all body improvements and skill. True that, Mr. Peter Ralston. 2. Stand on your own 2 feet. In essence, it sounds obvious. In essence, this is a matter of balance. I hope I'm not yelling, by the way. I'm seeing that I'm crossing the red line. Sorry if I am. Aligning the body structure with the gravitational pull will ensure that the entire body is resting on the feet or other appropriate body part when sitting, lying, and so on. Balance, however, is a function of feeling the whole body. So we are back to point 1. Since it is the whole that must be balanced, you will not be able to balance successfully without being sensitive to the feeling of your whole body. Whenever we don't feel the whole body due to a lack of sensitivity, avoidance of something uncomfortable, or just feeling ignorant, this is an important distinction of what I just made a mistake with. You will not be able to balance successfully without being sensitive to the feeling of your whole body. Whenever we don't feel the whole body, or due to a lack of sensitivity, avoidance of something uncomfortable, or just feeling ignorant, when our feeling, sense, or perception of the body will be missing something. Then our feeling, sense, or perception of the body will be missing something. Sorry. Bro forgot how to read. Miscalculating the actual weight and shape of the whole body will throw our balance off. For example, if you tried to balance your body but only had feeling awareness in the right half, then you would attempt to center the right half over your feet. For some reason, you would keep falling to your left and wonder why, since you would be ignoring half of your body. Since you would be ignoring half of your body, you would not take into account, and so your perception of the mass that needs to be balanced would only be half what it should. The weight of the left half would be excluded from the brain's calculations to balance your body mass. You might laugh at this extreme example, but unfortunately, some people are not too much better off. The relationship between feeling all of what's there and your ability to balance remains in effect even when only a small part of the body is missed. The insensitivity and lack of inclusion will still cause trouble. Balance is a function of the whole. Being balanced means feeling the whole body. Test this out. Okay, we're going to try an exercise together. I guess I'll just do it. I'll describe it first. Try standing on one foot and study your balance. Actually, yeah, I'm going to fucking do it. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, beanbag. Alright. Try standing on one foot and study your balance. You can probably see, I hope you can see my foot. The first thing to notice is that while you try to balance on one foot, you will experience some minor to major wiggling in the foot and adjustments in the body. This activity occurs because you are not actually balanced. Instead, you are continually managing slight losses of balance. From time to time, see if you can actually find balance, which is when the body comes to rest and no adjustments are necessary. This may not occur very often, but if you can catch it once in a while, then you will have a better feel for what balance really is, and so move closer to actually being balanced. Even when you have to make adjustments to remain standing. You get it. If this proves too easy, put your body into a shape that increases the challenge. Bend forward at the waist and stick your free leg out behind you, for example, or lean back and assume some other unusual shape. Balance is dependent on feeling the whole, not on the shape taken. Concentrate on feeling your whole body as it is, and then balance that feeling over the foot on which you are standing. Does that improve your ability to balance? Carry this sensitivity over to standing on 2 feet. Yeah, so let's do it. So literally, I don't know if you're trying this with me, I hope you are, because it's really fucking insightful. But maybe I should finish this point first, because it kind of offers some insight into... yeah, it offers some insight into how to do this. And I mean, all the 14 points kind of do. So I'll quickly finish reading this, and we'll try that again. And I think I'll call it on that, because these 2 points alone, like, it's a lot in itself. I've talked about the other 14. If you want to skip ahead and practice, feel free to go and like read or listen to the book, because yeah, if you want to just skip over this entire thing, I understand. Like, do it. Get on top of this shit as soon as possible, because it will change your fucking life. It will change everything about your existence, and you will realize your true fucking power through this fucking book. I swear to God, it is my secret weapon in this life. Anyway, we're going to finish this point, and then we're going to finish this episode. As you find balance, you will also have found the force of gravity. The body must be aligned to the pull of gravity in order to be balanced or move in order to be balanced or to move and perform effectively. Become sensitive to this force and what it takes to keep the body structure aligned to it. It's like stacking plates on top of one another. The stack must be aligned to the gravitational pull or it will tip over, right? Aligning with gravity is an essential part of standing on your own 2 feet. People often carry their weight too high up in their body and don't allow it to drop down toward the ground. It is pinched off, so to speak, at some point in the structure, frequently at the pelvis or in the legs. This makes the body top heavy and as such clumsy and unstable. Proper circulation to the legs is inhibited and they tend to be cold and rigid. Instead, it is much better to relax the legs and everything else and allow the weight to drop downward all the way to the feet. Remember not to lock the knee joints. At first, your legs are likely to ache if they are unaccustomed to such use. Mine fucking were, okay? But now I'm used to it and I'm like, bruh, it doesn't take that long. If you just do it as much as you can remember to just do what he just said, it does not take you long to just exist that way. And it might even feel a little bit weird and you might think that people are looking at you weird, but if you take a video of yourself and how it looks to stand like this, it's actually not that weird. Look, okay, so here's the difference between what he's saying. So carrying my weight too much up high in my body, oh God, okay, well, fuck. It's kind of difficult for me to show you because of this angle, but anyway. All you really need to see is my legs. Okay, so here's me, standing quote unquote normally. And here's me with sinking into my legs, sinking into my feet and relaxing my legs. It ain't that much of a difference. And if you see a motherfucker, I'm not gonna lie, if you see a motherfucker that's poised like this, some part of you knows that he knows something, okay? Especially if he's talking to you like the chillest cunt you've ever met, which is probably how he's gonna talk to you. Anyway. Wonder if Peter Ralston will see this one day and be like, this guy. Okay. I did that because I don't want you to think that it's weird, because I initially thought that it was weird and it held back a lot of my progress, so I'm cutting that short for you. At first, your legs are likely to ache if they are unaccustomed to such use, but they will loosen up and strengthen over time. Circulation will improve, stability will be enhanced, and you will probably develop some great-looking legs. I remember laughing at that when I heard it. Balance is one of the most important aspects of an effective body being. Have you ever noticed that when you're exhausted, simply sitting down in a high back chair can be so relaxing? While standing, a large percentage of the nervous system and brain must be devoted to keeping an uneven vertical mass balanced on 2 small feet. Even though you are not exerting yourself, merely standing up requires a good deal of nerve stimulation and muscle activity, which eventually results in fatigue. Proper distribution of your body's weight will greatly reduce the amount of effort required for remaining upright, while at the same time allowing your muscles to relax. For a good sense of the direction you want to go, while standing, try to conjure up the feeling that takes place when relaxing into that high-backed chair. That's a very good example that I have not actually... I completely forgot about that, to be honest. Adjust the whole body until it comes close to feeling as relaxed and at rest as it does when your weight is supported by a chair. Minor corrections on the feet and allowing the body mass to fall straight down into them is what I call standing on your own 2 feet. You are less likely to be thrown off by outside forces and more capable of moving in any direction. How much time do you spend on your feet? You should be aware that remaining balanced is essential for moving effectively and for performing any task. But do you ever think to consciously improve your balance? This point must be clearly and deliberately applied to standing, moving, and functioning. With the addition of movement or the application or receiving of outside forces, balance is constantly in danger of being compromised. You will need to study what it takes to remain truly balanced when you are active. It can be enjoyable to practice and will make a great difference in your effectiveness, no matter what you're doing. It's fucking true, man. And it's fucking true for absolutely anything that you're doing. I swear on my fucking life, man. It doesn't matter if you're sitting at the office. It doesn't matter if you're talking to someone or if you're doing some crazy extreme sport shit. You've got to fucking realign yourself. Rebalance yourself. Feel your whole body and rebalance yourself. Which, I mean, obviously you've got to do one to do the other. So next time, I will talk about step evenly onto your whole foot. Yeah, it's got a couple pages of its own. Yes, we will talk about that. And it looks like these principles will take up a good amount of time. Because, yeah, they're all quite deep and all require their own significant amount of practice. All of which I've done multiple times. I went through a few stages of where I was really fucking devoted to this and all of the different feeling awareness exercises that he talked about. And mate, that was when I was at my most powerful. I recall being super powerful. Like, to be really broy, I was fucking pumping it at the gym. I was pumping it as a parkour teacher. I could do anything. Like, everything was easy. Talking to girls was easy. Making new friends was easy. I was never afraid in a crowd. I was never afraid to perform. And now that I'm coming back into my practice, now that I am back in my practice, I'm seeing it again and again and again. Every time I find myself in a place where I'm misaligned, I'm awkward. Literally in every fucking way. Every time I realign myself and become aware in those moments and then realign myself to my balance, to my body mechanics, no more awkward freak. It's crazy. I swear to God, this shit is real and you've got to start practicing it today. I should say, I really recommend that you start practicing it today if you want to be the star of your own life. If you're okay not doing that, then I respect you entirely and fuck yeah, man. If you're happy, I'm happy. But if you're like me and a severe Leo and an Aries rising apparently, then you are never gonna stop thanking me for introducing you to this, and you are never gonna stop thanking Peter Ralston for doing all this fucking hard work for us. So anyway, thanks for being here for the amount of time that we did. I made this as concise as I could. For now, it's gonna get more and more concise, I'm sure, as the things go on. It's getting pretty dark now, so I was gonna do a flip for you. I mean, I could turn the brightness up in camo. Maybe shutter speed. Oh yeah, that's way better. Now you can fucking see me. Oh, maybe we'll just chill. No. Yeah, thanks for being here. And I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm going to do a fucking corkscrew and I'm going to make it effortless power corkscrew. Ready? So I'm a fucking ninja. make sure I'm actually in the fucking frame though. Ah! I pinched my finger. God, okay. Don't leave, I'm gonna do it, okay? I just gotta make the angle better. Bootleg that shit, quick. Effortless corkscrew. Into the feet. Feel the whole body. Oh shit. That one's so bad. I want to see what that looks like. That felt really, because I haven't warmed up or anything today, so that felt really good, the fact that I could do that without exerting myself at all. You know, that trick took me so long to fucking learn, and so much effort, and every time I used to send it before I learned this shit, it took me so much effort to do it. It was like I was seeing stars every fucking time. But the fact that I can do it without any of that now, ridiculous. All thanks to this book. Start listening to it. Have a lovely day. I'll see ya when I see ya. Bye. Oh, my name's StillZen-Dev, StillZen.Dev. Find me on Instagram. I do a bunch of random shit on my Instagram. Also, I'm making a video game. Bye.